Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Auntie, and I am here with my final couple of for my review of Love Is Blind, season 9, episode 1 through y'all. I don't know. I put 11 on there. I don't know what it is. And we're going to talk about this couple and why I believe that KB is going to say no at the altar. Let's get into this, y'all. Shall we? Oh, yes, we shall. A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, and my new sister reviews. All of y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for auntie advice. Sweet old. It's time for auntie advice. It's time for auntie I want to start this video off by saying thank you. Thank you to all of you all who hit the link when I come live, to all of you all who have your notification bells on, and for all of y'all who have been tolerating me being late on these reviews. Thank you all so much. You just don't know how much I appreciate you all for being here. This is our last couple that we're going to talk about until the reunion. I think that the next episode comes on Wednesday. Y'all know the same old routine. But we're going to talk about Calabria, and better known as KB and Edmund. So both of them are connected deeply in the past through faith and shared values. KB told Edmund that she was waiting until marriage to have sex, and Edmonds agreed, promising respect and patience. They got engaged quickly, and KB said she felt safe with him. She said she felt like she could exhale for the first time in years. Now, of course, you all know Calabria, or whatever. KB did an interview. These people be talking a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what they be what they have when they in the pods, but when they get out, they talk a total different game. Now, she said that the reason why she believed that she connected to him so much was because she was in social services, right? And to me, that spoke volumes because it seems like you're the type of person who will get involved with someone, right, based on your occupation. And people are not your patients. They are not, a project for you. That's not to say that people who are in her line of work see people as projects. That's just to say that I believe she saw admin as one. One of the things that she said later on in the episode that triggered me, that made me think that she is seeing him as a patient, is that she got into an argument with him, which she always does. But she said to him, "You're not slow." And I saw that as a diagnosis. So basically, what I saw her saying is, "You're slow. You just ain't that slow." Y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all saw that, if y'all felt that. But I saw that as a complete and total diagnosis of this man. And you wanted, in my opinion, to let the world know that you thought he was slow. Because if I'm dating a man and I respect a man and I believe that we are on the same level, I am not ever going to come out of my mouth and say, "You ain't slow," unless I think you slow, or I think you playing slow, or I'm diagnosing you as slow, or having something that's different from me, that I am, the one, right? Why would I say you ain't slow to somebody I love and respect and think is my partner? To me, it's like she thought she was beneath him or she had to diagnose him. Y'all let me know. But I'm telling you, I don't think that many of you all who are in the comment section who are watching this will ever say to your spouse, you ain't slow, baby. You smart. She said that when she was in the pods, that she was crying more in the pods than he was. But they decided, okay, and I will have to put some of this on production to show all the weird shit he was doing. Now I'm gonna tell you, when the two of them decided that they were going to, when they met each other and he was high kneeing like that, I was like, oh hell no. First of all, he turned me off. I would have just been like, I swear I would have been like Casey. I, I ain't gonna love him no more than I do today. Love isn't gonna grow, especially if I play anything in that flowery shirt he had on. I think he had enough flowers on there. Wasn't no more dirt to play. I ain't got this to do. He high kneeing, his pants is all the way up to his nipples. I'm not attracted to him at all. And you know what the thing about it with attraction, I think it's okay to not be attracted to people. I mean, people have not been attracted to me, and I know that. And it's not something that I'm going to wear on my chest like a scarlet letter. It's not going to cause me to look down on myself or be insecure about who I am. Everybody just ain't for everybody. I've rejected people, so guess what? At the end of the day, you got to learn how to handle rejection. What's wrong with people? But when she said you ain't slow, I was like, that was so shady. That was very shady. Again, y'all let me know down in the comment section if you heard it and how did you feel about the situation when you did hear it. I didn't like it. And every time he did something, she was on his mm-mm. His lips was always dry, just ashy for no reason at all. But anyway, they got engaged and she said she felt like she could breathe. In Mexico, things quickly changed because Edmund questioned the physical boundary, asking, you've had one night stands before, and why not me? KB, stunned, reminded him that she was clear about abstaining. Edmund accused her of pushing him for being a good guy. He kept saying over and over, that's my problem. I'm the good guy. I'm the good guy. I don't think that a man should ever use manipulation or anything else to try to convince a woman that she is wrong for abstaining from having intercourse with them or intimacy with them. I thought he was wrong the way he handled that. Um, she said that she slept out on the balcony, and I was like, "Why?" She said that on in the interview that he had came back and tried to apologize and get her to come back in, but she absolutely needed that space and everything. But she said that she made sure she let him know, right? She said KB told him, you're being told no, and if that breaks you, we're done. That night she slept on the balcony, and Evan apologized the next morning, and KB accepted it, but told producers she didn't trust him the same way again. The relationship was over then. This is why KB is not going to say yes at the altar. KB also made a comment and said when they got into another argument, she made a comment saying, this isn't me. This is out of my character. And y'all know when somebody puts you out of your character, regardless of whether or not you move on in that conversation, in your heart, you are done. If I turn into someone I don't like, and I am out of character, out of pocket, cursing you out, calling him, because she called him a bitch. And for a man, that's low. I always say in my videos that a man wants respect above love. And once he is disrespected, he is unable to love you properly. That's where I am with that. I've been around enough men, got brothers, they want respect. And once you disrespect them, the relationship is just about over. Like it's done, tied, and through. But when she stood in that kitchen after they had that last argument and said that you are changing me and you've made me see something different, because after returning to Denver, they had new stuff that they was facing. And it was over the cast party. KB had errands that day and asked admin to simply pick up some theme items for their look. He didn't go, claiming he didn't know what to buy. KB later said that his refusal set the tone for the next day's blow up. She felt he never showed initiative. At the mixer, admin publicly complained, KB doesn't say anything positive about me. Everyone else's partner lifts them up. KB, embarrassed, snap. You want public validation? You embarrass me in front of people and then you ask me to perform love? He said, I just want to be seen, KB. KB left abruptly and Edmund followed her outside. The following day, they argued again. KB accused Edmund of caring more about optics than substance. Edmund accused her of twisting everything negative. During the exchange, she told him, you're not slow, you're smart. You know what you're doing when you play dumb. After this, KB told the producer she was ready to take off her ring, explaining, if protecting my peace means walking away, I'll do it. Later that week, during a snowmobile date, they had another fucking fight. Before I go into this, let me talk about the mother. First of all, when the mother came through the door, I thought she was a Whoopi Goldberg wannabe. I didn't know what was going on with the mother. The mother came up in that month and act like she had never had her children taken from her. I can't look at y'all when I say this. I just got to talk with my glasses off. I can't even look at the screen. I said, this is why Evan is the way he is. He has to live in this fantasy world and create this person who sees no evil, hears no evil, and speaks no evil. He has to be invisible in order to stay where he need to stay. He got to conform. He has to have this alter ego that goes into an apartment and says, I've never had cabinets before, so let me squeeze up in this one. KB, on the other hand, has a relationship with her mother, but has abandonment issues with her father. So when men come into her life, she either don't treat them as if they are a potential daddy to her, or she treats them like they're a potential daddy to her. Like they're going to solve the problems, they're going to erase the pain, they're going to fill the void. Is that rain? God damn. It's raining like a His mother came in there, told the girl that she was accepting her, talked about the childhood, and at one time mentioned, unless it got cut, and I mentioned it, and I missed it. Maybe she did. She never talked about the turmoil that she caused in the life of her children. She never acknowledged. She said, I teach my boys this and I teach my kids this. And I'm thinking, when? Because if we let him tell it, he was in foster care and he would come in and out, in and back and forth in your life. And now you're sitting here like your mommy dearest, oblivious to what we already know about you. And you're going to give somebody some beads and accept them in the family and talk about your other son that's married and what you do for the daughter-in-law. But we have not addressed what you did to your son. He out here kissing and sucking on the ground on a dirty carpet. He's sitting up here having a conversation and he talks about you and it still brings him to tears, and he grown. Your son says she asked him when they was in the pods, like, how do you deal with this, with your parents, how'd you get, I just went on because I know they love me. Mother, what the? So we ain't never dealt with this then. She came in there pompous like she was mother of the year. And she done her son life up. And not just him, but his siblings. Ma, I don't need your acceptance about nothing. I need you to talk to me about where you was at that time. Don't come up in here glossing over Now, I may not have said that to Edmund's mother face, but we would have talked about him being a foster child. And then she sits there with no emotional intelligence, in my opinion, and now she crying. So now we see why Edmund cried. Because you don't have the emotional intelligence to have a conversation without getting into your emotions. Let's take the emotions out of this and have a real conversation. Hey, boo, you new. Welcome, sweetie. I think you're new too. Hi, y'all. Welcome. And because she's a social worker, she thinks she's going to fix him. But I think she quickly realized he's not fixable, not by her. Because he has avoidance issues. He avoids to keep peace and to stay in his parents' house. He probably felt like all his life he needed to be invisible. Y'all, I'm serious. Later that week, during the snowmobile day, they had another fight. KB accused Edmund of being fake nice on cameras but dismissive off the camera. He told her she brought out his anger. She replied, "You bring me out of my fucking character." Edmund later showed up with flowers and apologized, and KB accepted but said she wanted peace, not performance. During their counseling segment film, they called KB and said, she said, I came here to find a partnership, not penance. Edmund admitted he still struggled with pride. Now, this is what she allegedly said at the altar. But let me go through this real quick because I put this together. Hold on. Let me get to my notes because y'all know I got notes for every one of these couples. Hold on. I gotta find it, y'all. I gotta slide up. I got it all on one page. I should have broke it off. They're not getting married. This is what happened on the mountain. I wanted to make sure that I went to it. So they on a snowmobile. It's a beautiful scenic situation. So they go into dialogue. Honestly, I feel like it's so crazy when you sit there in the car and was still very dismissive. And then you get on a bike and the cameras come out. I mean, you act like none of that happened. All cheesy. Okay, baby, come here. Let's take a picture. You're not the same person on camera. You're not. And that is literally breaks me down because then we every time we want to do something fun, we get into it because a remark that you do. But then all of a sudden on camera, oh baby this, oh baby that, let's do this and this because I don't have my emotions. She said, I'm so sorry, but I'm not a fake person. So I ain't fake. So how about we address the elephant in the room? One thing that I was trying to think of the couple, Megan said, is that her boo thing was one thing on camera and another one off. She even admitted in the interview that she had one of the interviews that she had that she wasn't attracted to him when he came out. Let me go back to my notes. She says, she said, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. In the car, they let you know about the little bachelor party thing. You ain't like that it was Western. You said that you ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do this. And I said, hey, sweetheart, before I can even finish talking, you never acknowledged that I was even talking. You was looking straight ahead. Then you cut me off while talking. And for you to sit there and tell me that I wasn't dismissive, that it wasn't dismissive, that was disrespectful. And you're not sorry about it, and you're not going to apologize, and that sucks. How do I communicate with a person that acts like that? Now, mind you, in the back of her mind, she's saying, you ain't slow, admin. You smart. I keep trying different ways and I'm tired. I'm so freaking tired. I'm so freaking tired. I'm really trying, but you make it so hard. I can't force you to want to grow up. I.e., you ain't slow. You're smart. She said the guy that lived within the pods, the guy I was talking to for the first couple of days in Mexico, that's the guy I love. That's the guy I'm in love with. I love you through the good and the bad, but I will not accept you through the bad when you act like that, when you dismiss me, when you do something I can't get over it. I will not get over it. You act like it didn't happen. I will never get over it unless you own it. You're accountable and you are truly apologetic. I don't know what's wrong here, okay? He said, I'm okay. And I'm sorry for taking whatever I've done wrong to you. I'm in a good mood looking over here and enjoying this, and you're in a good mood. Could you just tell me what? He says, I know your feelings is everything, but it's messing up my feelings. Then they talk about getting out the car and ignoring. She said, but you got on the snowmobile acting like everything was all happy. You do this and you act like you weren't there. You act like you're not telling me, are you? Because you make me so frustrated. And when I'm frustrated, I'm not understanding the way you make me feel. You minimize it. Minimize it. Seriously. He was like, seriously, I'm on the snow. Oh my God, my first time on the snowmobile, and I can't enjoy it because my man won't apologize because it's been, I've been asking him to do this for the past 3 weeks, and it's just, he's unaccountable. And he said, and I'm not apologizing for something I'm not sorry for. Finally, he said, I ain't apologizing for He said, when I have apologized to you, I was serious, and I really deeply apologize. They kept interrupting each other. He said, I don't have nothing to be sorry for. I ain't do nothing wrong to you. Hold on, let me get down to this part. Hold on. He said, I don't think I'm wrong. I'm not, I'm sorry because I'm not serious. Wait a minute, what did I type? She said she got mad at him for not taking ownership for his behavior, and that's the problem. She said, so cutting me off while I'm talking to you. I'm simply saying, sweetheart, you're still not right now. He said, I didn't agree with you in the moment unless you get that off you. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on, Auntie. What did you write? So basically, he didn't know what he had done. He didn't do nothing but dismiss her. But she has to understand that he's learned how to dismiss stuff in order to forgive his parents. If she's a social worker, why wouldn't she tie that together? This man sat up there and acted like his mother was the best thing since sliced bread. He came in the house with some flowers for another incident. He said, I'm sorry for ignoring you. Like in the car yesterday and stuff. Like you were talking, we were talking, and I wait a minute. He said, you were talking to me, And I just kept telling the person who was driving to talk to me and said, I listened to you, but I straight up ignored you. And sincerely, I've been thinking and reflecting so much. I just don't want to lose you. I don't like minimizing your emotions. I definitely notice you and how you can be. I don't want you to be done with me. And I just want to make up for it. I'll be honest with you, she said. There was a moment on the mountain yesterday, Edmund, where I wanted to take my ring off and throw it. And right now I'm battling if I have anything else to give. She is not going to say yes on the wedding day. Because women, we know when we are done, we are done. She said, I don't feel like I got anything else to give. He told her that he is the best man he's ever been because of her. But where did I write that point down? Hold on, let me find my point, y'all. She told him that, this is the man that she want, that would take ownership, come in and bring the flowers. But y'all, I wrote something down. Hold on, let me find it. She said, I just wanted you to hear that you was accountable. You didn't put it aside. You ain't sitting down on the couch. You ain't sit down right here and get on your phone. You ain't sit down and just act like we were not beefing. You came in here and went straight to business. That's what I like. That's what I need. And I have been working on patience. I have no patience before I met you. My patience don't just go from 0 to 100. She said her patience go from 0 to 15 and then go back to 25. And I'm like, oh, snap. And then I go from 50 to 75 and then I go to like 0. She said, it's a work in progress. She said, I'm not that girl that curses people out. Here go the key. Here go the key. I'm not that girl that cusses you out. I haven't been that way in years. So seeing this version of me, seeing this old version of me that I have worked to shed is ugly. And I'm not that woman. That's not me at all. Y'all, when you have healed a certain part of your life as a woman, when you have shedded that woman, that girl, you get with somebody that bring that back. Mm-mm. Nobody wants to be reminded of who they used to be. She will not be saying yes at the altar. Period. Y'all let me know what y'all think downtown in the comment. But I'm telling you, I don't believe they're getting married or any of the other ones. But we will absolutely find out when Love is Blind is completed. What you saying? She's using the show like everyone else. Her treatment of him is disappointing though. Absolutely. Absolutely. She doesn't respect him. It's hard to watch. They are dangerous for each other. He didn't know what he had done. KB projects her actions on Edmund. She's the one who's fake and putting on. Girl, you'd have made me turn to the opposite side. They will not be getting married. They both two broken people and don't need to be together. The writing is on the wall. And for her, love is not blind. She see exactly what he looked like. Anyway, bye y'all.